Is it working? Difficulties. I love his little giggles up there. Do we have to invite them?
No, because this says
Who's Mark?
or create the link to the
Who's
interview.
Mark?
This is just a sample
Oh.
thing. Create a link to the interview that you can share by email. Instead, all the recipients need to do is click on the.
Is this free?
Link. Yeah.
Nice.
And then, so it's probably currently recording. Wait, didn't I hit start? Is it started? Is it okay? So it's recording us like this right now. But I'm hoping maybe they'll let me.
Awesome.
See, it says 0 viewers.
My
I really
hands
wish
smell
we
like
had
your
spent
packet.
An extra $100 and not gotten the better laptop and not this one, because Facebook parties on this thing, it's so fucking.
That's why I went to desktop, because laptops,
And I
they're not
told
meant to
Joe-
have a super long lifespan.
We had 2 gateways that he would take on deployment, we would beat them
Mhm.
up and they lasted forever. Well, Gateway must have
Merged.
done something, because they're no longer you can only buy refurbished.
I still can't believe how good that pizza was. It was good. Not even right.
Well, Jenna says she says she can see us. I said Jenna. Tiffany, text me if you can hear us. This thing confuses me. Don't you think you should turn green?
Yeah, but red could just mean it's on.
It wouldn't even let me click on the team page. Well, this is the link, I think. What is there? Viewers, there's 4 watching. Okay. Thank you, Tiffany. All right, should we just start?
I guess if they can hear us, yeah. It just doesn't look like it's recording.
She said, "What pizza did you have?"
It was delicious. I don't know, some Philly pizza.
It's called Stogie Joe's on Passyunk Avenue, and it's an upside down pizza, and it's delicious.
It was. I'm gonna snag another piece before I leave.
All right. Well, so how come it says 1 viewer?
Maybe it's you.
It said 0 before. But see there, it says 4. So we're not gonna worry about it.
Huh.
Right? We'll just start.
Kate, can you hear us?
Kate, text Jen.
Look at that.
Okay.
It's going. It just doesn't look like it's recording.
Ready?
Sure.
Welcome, guys, to June's training. Tonight, we're going to go over a lot of announcements we have, and then we're also going to talk about recruiting. So we're probably not going to go into as depth of recruiting as we probably should, but it'll give you some good jumpstart info to start working towards the incentive, because I know I don't have any recruits yet. Jenna almost has. Well, you'll have 2 out of 3 if you sign those 2.
Yes.
So you'll need 1 more.
But nothing's official until they sign.
That's true.
I tell you, there was 1 month where I had 2 that I thought were in the bag, and they literally went to sign and then changed their minds.
That's
it happens.
Well, speaking of that, even though we're getting ahead of ourselves, if you have anyone in the past who said that they wanted to join, but then for whatever reason couldn't, join in June would obviously be the perfect reason to follow.
I'm still not letting the fish off the hook yet.
As you should.
Wheel back in.
So first, we're going to go over announcements. A lot of you guys know the stuff that's going on, but we just want to make sure that everyone knows. One thing I realized today, going through the news tab in the Scentsy workstation, was the back order list. So make sure you're still checking that. I know
Always
it's not,
changing.
yeah, we're not Christmas time, but the coconut lemongrass spray was
Yes.
on there.
And the dates do change. If it says, because last time I checked, the
Right.
coconut lemongrass was on back order until the 16th. That can change. So just continue to check back, keep your customers in the loop, and they should have no problem with it.
Yes. Bring Back My Bar obviously is going on right now. There's a lot of really good scents. Tiffany had a really good idea about eucalyptus. For your people who really like Just Breathe, that would be a good option to reach out to them and let them know that just plain eucalyptus is available. Because I have people at parties who they say eucalyptus, and then I bring out Just Breathe.
I plan on buying a 3-pack or 6-pack just to keep in
Have on
stock
hand.
because I have people throughout the year ask for it.
That's what I did with Pima Cotton last time.
Oh, if that comes back out, I'm hoarding, I'm hoarding it for myself. I'm so mad that I only got a few.
Just some of my favorites, because there's some good ones on there, and it's just getting. I can't wait for like in a year or two for like everybody who's on the team right now to come around and like scents that were available while you were consultant will come out. So this is my first round that like is really a lot
I have
of good
a couple.
ones. Yeah.
I have 4 or 5 scents that I have sold before, like from the kit, like Love Stories Back.
Love Story. I love that. I was sad they took that away.
I have people mad that they took that away. So I'm reminding them, like anyone who gets the body
In
lotion,
layers, right?
I'm going to tell them like, hey, look, that lotion that you use all the time, Love Story, that's back in a bar. You should try it. It's great.
Perfect.
Flirtatious is super popular with a lot of my customers.
Is My Wish on there? I feel
don't
like maybe
remember.
My Wish and Flirtatious. Hold on.
I don't think it is. And I would look
Because I feel
but
like those two people always.
I'm
those two
really
people
anxious to try Enliven.
Enliven and Awakening are amazing. They were my 2 favorites when I started. They're my sister-in-law's favorites. You're fine, babe. My son's being put to bed, so don't mind the screams. Where is it? Bring Back My Bar. Echo is really good, especially for your people. Like it's not totally manly, but Amber Road, for the people who like it, that's really good.
Oh, Tiffany, are you really sure you would give up your
French Kiss, that's what I was thinking of.
Pima
French
Cotton.
Kiss is a really good one.
Mm.
So those are French Toast was probably around. I can't believe
That
that
smells
came back,
just
actually.
like French toast. It's kind of crazy.
I've had a bar. That shouldn't be negative. Okay, not being negative. So that's Bring Back My Bar. If you guys haven't had a party or like a sip, you could have like say, I don't know how many people have this much open time, but just you could set up a couple different sip and sniffs with people that you know, and have them smell some of the Bring Back My Bar scents, even if you don't have all of them, even if you only have a couple.
I have a couple testers that I've had from selling previously, but I also ordered a 6-pack of some other scents I didn't have. So I put it out to a few of my regular customers. If you want to smell any of the Bring Back My Bars, let me know and I'll stop by with them. So I expect to get a couple 6-packs ordered just from having them sniff it.
So Jenna and I are going to Reunion. Tiffany is going to Reunion. Reunion registration is still open until June 12th, and actually you still can enter into the payment plan. Obviously there's just 2 months, so it would split the payment in half, but it is still an option. I'm pretty sure that Esther's going to be there, Lisa's going to be there, Dorothy, obviously the Wickless Sensations team, so we're going to have a lot of fun, but that closes on June 12th.
It's not working on Kate's end.
Are you guys having any issues? There's a chat here somewhere. How do I get to it? She said having problems, just keep getting taken to the invite. Can anybody, Tiffany, you messaged on that main page. Is there anything that you can, or maybe she's not hitting start? Maybe that takes them to the live part.
I don't know. I'll be honest, when I joined in 2013, Esther was in my ear. You have to come to a convention. You have to come, you have to come, you have to come. Your business will not be the same after you go to convention. And I honestly, I blew it off. I was like, I'm not spending $250 to go to convention. I'm not driving or flying all that way. I'm not putting all this money out. There's no way. And I just kept seeing all these posts like, about how much fun it is, how much they learned, how it's changed their business. And that's all I kept seeing. And then I was like, what the heck? So I went, and I kid you not, I had a blast. Even though it was convention, and yes, you are sitting through training, but it's fun. It's interactive, and everyone is upbeat. They spoil us. There's a concert. There's giveaways. They went around last year and gave everyone a transition set of the mini testers so we can smell all the new scents that were coming out. They treat you well. And we came home, and it was in July. They say the J months are hard. I came home in July and had an outrageous month. It's just when you're in that rut, you come home re-energized and you take the bull by the horn, or how do you say that?
That's it.
Right? It sounded weird. And you go for it. But it gives you a lot of fresh ideas, and everyone's there to see everyone do well. No one's after you. So it's definitely worth it, in my opinion. And you get that product kit. You get to see all the product in person. So when you come home, you get to talk up that fall winter catalog.
Well, and we have the new product coming out.
Yeah.
But we don't know what it is.
I was just telling a customer about that. She's like, I can't wait. I was like, I'll be texting you as soon as they release it.
And they're even having a special breakout session just on that product. They announced something on one of the pages today about the different titles of the sessions.
And hello, Kristen is doing a session.
Super excited. I'm really I know. But actually, I hope she doesn't mind me calling her out. Tiffany texted me this morning and was like, I really just can't wait for a reunion because I don't have that spark right now. I feel like I can't book a party. Like I need the rejuvenation that I hope it will bring. It's not just you, Tiffany. I'm struggling as well. I have had several girls say to me that they're having a hard time getting parties. People are busy. They want to be outside. They don't want to be inside partying. So get those pouches out. Get those baskets out. For the most part of the summer, I do nothing but pouch parties. So, but I told her that for reunion, I said it was going to be more than she would ever even expect. And I said, well, one, I think you're naturally excited when the new catalog comes out in general, right?
Yes.
But this gives you a whole different.
They throw ideas at you where just when you think you know a lot, and we all know a lot. We research a lot, but they throw ideas out that are just so thoughtless, why the heck didn't I think of that?
Right.
And then you come home and you put what they have said into action, and I'm telling you.
Well, they also, have revelations. They say things.
You have the aha moment.
There's going to be tears, there's going to be revelations, and you're going to be super motivated. Because there's just it hits you. Orville, while he's very long-winded, is actually an awesome keynote speaker.
Oh my God, both of them are.
Yeah, and
both of them are amazing.
It doesn't matter what they say; it's going to resonate.
But I can't wait to see who they have as a motivational speaker, because John O'Leary last year was hands down the most amazing motivational speaker I've ever heard of. If you have not heard of him and don't know his story, I highly suggest you YouTube it and look at his struggles and how he came through it. Yes, you're struggling booking parties. Yes, you're struggling recruiting or promoting, but you will get through it. You got to push through it, because then you're just going to find that break, and then you'll get that break, and then you'll book the parties and you'll get the recruits. I haven't had a recruit since October, and it's been a goal of mine, to have, a steady recruit every month. Well, I haven't had one since October, and I just kept plugging it away. I hopefully will have 2 this month. Finally, hopefully. So just keep plugging away.
Do you know if he has his email off the top of your head?
Negative.
Sorry, I'm trying to get this to work for people.
Let's see. Oh, this is the screen that she keeps getting.
Yeah, I just did it on my phone. I got the same thing. That's why I'm going to
send us your emails. What's the next thing on there?
I'm sorry.
The join in June.
Yeah, we did skip that. Perfect.
That's they do it in January and they do it in June, and they were definitely my biggest recruiting months. It's a perfect opportunity to flip a hostess. I went to deliver a pouch party today, and first she was going to do a home party. I say, hey, do you want to take the pouch party and collect orders for those that can't make it to the home party? So I went to meet up with her and give her the pouch, and she's an Origami Owl consultant. And I told her about our join in June special, and she's like, I'm down. Let's sign me right now. But let's hold off. Let's get your full 15 days because that product kit that Scentsy is nicely dangling in front of
So jealous.
our fresh prey is going to really come in handy. So take full advantage of that and try to recruit, because as soon as you get that recruit, just for signing that recruit and them submitting their first $150 order, you get 1,500 points for that. And then once they hit certified, which is $1,000, you get an additional 3,000 points towards the incentive. So that's just 4,500 points per recruit that you sign that becomes certified. That's a lot of darn points. And even if you decide like, hey, I can't do the incentive, so I'm not even going to try, because you can turn the incentive down and take the money. You know, Scentsy still rewards you for
$500 is huge.
Yeah. Yes. They still reward you for earning that trip. So still try. You'll be amazed by how close you come or how far you exceeded your expectations. Because I, for one, said, I'll never earn a trip. No way. I won't have a recruit. No way. But that was me being in my head.
Did it twice.
Did you get them?
Yeah. It's like I said before, it's a perfect time to follow up with any potential recruits that you would have had in the past. And then honestly,
look at that list of 100.
Right.
Redo it. Highlight the people that, have
even
small
if it's
kids.
someone. So I swear that like I always talk about the Scentsy gods.
Yeah.
But I swear that sometimes like I have like a sixth sense or like an intuition. So like I might be thinking, oh, I really think that this person would love Scentsy, and then I get like apprehensive and scared, and I don't message them, or like I think they'd be interested. And then
a lot of people
within
want to be
days,
asked.
they come at me, and I'm like, I should have just listened to myself. So it makes me wonder how many people who I don't listen to myself that I miss
read
out on.
the Facebook posts. People post people. Sorry, my personal opinion. People post way too much personal information on Facebook, but that's good for you because you need to read between the lines. Maybe they're talking about wanting extra money, or they want to go on vacation but they don't have the money. Hello, drop the bomb on them. Drop the Scentsy bomb. Let them know the Joining June special is going on and they need to join the bandwagon and join your team.
Well, so we'll get more into that. So really, it's all about recruiting, which, let's be honest, if the summer months are slow, we need that extra boost anyway.
Target teachers. They don't work in this. Well, some don't work in the summer. Some do. But a lot of people want that extra, job. Or some stay-at-home moms just need that little something to get them out of the house. I know to keep my head sane.
Right. So we'll talk more, I think, about recruiting and people.
Yeah.
And not stereotyping, but prospecting.
You need to be the lioness and target your prey and put them right where you need them and then going for the attack.
All right. So a couple other announcements. The Scentsy Family Store is having a huge sale right now. One thing I noticed was table cloths are $11. So even if you don't have any events until the fall, that's a great opportunity because they're not going to be that cheap in the coming months after this. So that sale ends. The 30% off sale they have on a lot of products ends at the end of the month.
Put it away for events, tax write-off, print that receipt.
Shut up.
What? Are you eating chips?
Director Drive. So tomorrow night is supposed to be our first night of the Director Drive program. And we have 3 people who have opted in, which is totally fine. But I want to make sure that if you haven't opted in and you're on edge, that you understand what the program is about. I think we titled it Director Drive, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that you have to make director at the end of the program or come November or December that you have to have the director title.
So long as you want to grow your team and promote, you should opt in for this opportunity because no, you won't be director tomorrow, but
it's going to teach you the strong basis that you need to build a good business.
And if you don't want to participate, that's totally up to you, but we still highly suggest and recommend that you get that book from Mary Christensen.
Yes. I remember the first time I read it, I think it was when I decided I wanted to start working my business.
Taken a lot of ideas from that.
But when I first read through it, I was like, oh, I can't do this. And I think what'll be beneficial of the program is our weekly challenges that we're going to be doing well because it's going to provide us accountability, and I know I need that.
I definitely didn't do the video challenge. I'm sorry.
Um,
I would get a lot of heat for that from some people on my page.
why?
Just
Well,
I have like, tough friends that would send me.
Well,
some
at
goofy
work,
messages.
so I'm in the
Do
elevator.
I care what they think? No,
But so we're in the elevator at work, and this girl, Lucille, goes, Kristen, I saw your video. It was awesome. Meanwhile, it's silent, and there's 5 other people in the elevator. And I turn bright red.
because they don't know what kind of video it is.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed. But anywho, Direct to Drive, it's a great program. It'll give you the tools that you need to build a really successful business. And if that's what you want, and you know that you're lacking either...
This could help you get your first recruit.
Right.
And that could jumpstart you to take off to the next level.
It could give you the support that you need if you don't have... Can I have kisses?
What else? We did the trip incentive. Do you want to do the paint night?
Yeah. Daddy's going to tell you all the things that went nice, okay? Jenna's going on nights.
No.
So Tiffany and Beth Hughes very kindly said that I helped them organize this, but it was all them because they're awesome leaders as well. We have some great people on our teams, but they wanted to get everyone together to just have like a relaxed Scentsy night, build some more camaraderie. Yeah. So that is planned for June 19th. It's a Friday night. It's in Exton, PA. So we're hoping to have a private room and pick our own painting and just be us. So if you guys are interested, definitely Beth started a thread on the team page. So definitely look at that and sign up for that if you're interested. Obviously, the trip incentive is going on right now. We kind of really already touched on that. So.
Yes. If you're still unsure how the points break down, it is posted in the resources tab. Is it a PDF file?
Mm-hmm.
There's a PDF file that shows you the exact breakdown of how many points you get for what. But basically, 3 recruits and
they certify.
3 certified recruits. And then if you can have your PRV at 150
or 500. To earn it easily would be to be at 500. But if you've already gotten, obviously we're out in May, so if you didn't hit 500 in May,
it's a consistency like point thing.
So then you'll be at the 150 point mark.
But still, you will really surprise yourself. If you apply yourself, you will surprise yourself with what you can do.
Last thing, or no, 2 more things. So we want to. I'm not sure I should say wait. I keep having this thing where I want to do like a monthly meetup. So perfect for the paint night type thing that Beth has going on. Just something, and it could be anywhere. So like obviously we have team all through PA and Jersey and Delaware. So like it's not ideal that everyone's gonna be able to make each thing. Maybe we host a couple each month, but just something to do. So I was shooting to do the end of June, the first Monday, the 29th.
I know it's hard to get like a big group together, but even
a couple people.
Yeah, for those that have kids, if you can't make the Panera meetup night, and maybe it's easier for you to come get together during the week, we can do a play date with the kids.
That's another thing I want to do. I want to do a play date.
We can. I mean, I'm all for having like one-on-one meetups.
It doesn't have to be formal.
Group, doesn't matter.
Just something fun and relaxed, and I think.
And if you're in that rut or you're feeling down and you just can't get things going, I'm telling you, meeting with someone really does get you pumped back up.
It does. Even like just one-on-one talking like as a friend.
It
just, you're like, when Tiffany and I had dinner 2 Fridays ago, and I've been like guns blazing ever since then. Okay, last thing, online opportunity night. So this is going to go with our Join in June opportunity we have going on, the incentive trip. If you've been around for one of the ones we've had in the past, it's similar to a Facebook party where it's a super interactive 1 hour.
Esther did one.
Yeah. Thing. It's going to be next Tuesday, the 16th at 8 o'clock. So I will set that up probably Thursday. I'll set up the event and start posting some things. So I'll lead the post, but everyone else is welcome to comment. I mean, I want everybody to comment. The more you participate, the more of a success it's going to be. I could sit there all night long and say, I think this and I think this, but the more that you're participating, other people are like, oh shit, this is
and add your potential recruits too.
Even if you think, if you're going through your friends list and you're like, this person's a really successful person. I think they could be great at this.
Mhm.
Add them. Because even if they don't,
An outgoing friend.
right, if they don't if they don't hit accept, it'll still show up in their newsfeed.
Even the shy ones.
Yeah.
I won't mention her name, but I had posted something about joining, and she had commented, but what if you're shy? So what? What if you're shy? And she did great.
Get on. Pausing again, trying to get peeps on. Why are you doing this?
Beth.
These summer. Oh, shit.
All I smell is those washer whips, and they smell delicious. Well, at least we didn't have any logging on problems. We got on fine, but
I have a feeling it has to do with people's Google stuff, maybe.
privacy, maybe.
Amber's on. Like, there's people.
Did you
on.
get Kate on there?
It says Kelly O'Hara's on.
Did you get Kate?
Kate has to know.
Yes. Here's her email.
Oh wait, she is. I sent her an email.
Okay.
See, it says Kelly and Kate are watching.
Wonder why some have pictures and some don't.
They just haven't like I sent mine last night. Before that, I didn't have one. Okay, so getting on to the, I don't know, bulk of what we're going to talk about tonight is recruiting. I think
Share your little recruit packets because I think these are amazing, and
they're not even that good in comparison.
But I'm
going to
go home tonight, and I made myself a to-do list because if I don't, and I don't physically see what I want to do, what my goals are, and what I have to do, I will not reach my goals for the month. So,
and just a hint for those who haven't signed up for Director Drive, what I'm about to challenge you to do could be part of a challenge for Director Drive as well. So it's just something that I think that would benefit everybody. But anywho, so there's two types. This is just my current quick opportunity packet. One has a sentence on it, and one has wash your whiffs.
It's not overwhelming.
No.
It gets a product in their hand. It gives them the host and join brochure, tells them your story, and
This has my story, and then on the back, this was just something I had done for an event, but so that one really talks to moms. But then it has the join brochure, and then it has the, what are these called? Product list.
There we go.
So it gives them, like, if they haven't seen Scentsy before, but they like see the product list and they can see what we're all about. So it's just something to quickly whip out of your purse. Like I was at the nurses.
They want to see personal. They want to see, oh wow, she's a mom and she works. She can do it. So can I.
Right.
Or, oh, she's a stay-at-home mom and this gets her out of the house. I really want to get out of the house. They might relate to you and want to do what you're doing because they see that you're happy and you're successful. So that's why it's important to do your story. I'm going home and doing my story tonight.
Well, so not only I want everyone to, it doesn't even have, like, I ordered these from Vistaprint, these postcards, very cheap. Some people do brochures. If you don't have the money to do that right now, print them on your computer. You can add a little picture on there. It can be black and white. I don't have color ink in my printer.
My printer just doesn't work right now.
Do something. So I want to challenge everyone to make an opportunity packet. So I want to make a challenge for myself to hand out 10 per week. Week. Now that's a lot, but think about it. So I went to,
and if you don't want to put a send circle on it and pay for the product that you're giving out, person's just doing a sample. But hey, guess what? Maybe you won't get a recruit, but I bet you'll get a sale.
Right.
And that'll turn into a sale probably every month, at least every other month.
But these are in my diaper bag, and I'm about to put them in my purse because someone caught me today at work without any Scentsy stuff in my purse. I had nothing to hand her.
Bad.
I told her I was going to say that tonight.
I have Scentsy in my bag, in my car.
But so I was at an urgent care.
Does Beth even do Google app?
I don't think so. I thought you just had to, like, it said you didn't need it. I was at an urgent care office, and the nurse who helped treat me was amazing. And she would have been the perfect consultant. But me, I was not feeling well, so I was in no mood to really, like, talk Scentsy. But had I had this little opportunity packet on me, I could have quickly whipped it out, told her that I really appreciate everything that she'd done that night. Was perfect customer service, and I really think that she would have been a great consultant. And
I have
could
washer
hand
whips in my bag too at all times.
Yes,
makes my bag a little heavy, but if that's what I have to deal with to get a sale, whatever, I'll suck it up.
So I want everyone to try and make some sort of opportunity packet. Because I promise once you do it, you'll be so proud of yourself that it'll motivate you to actually do other things too and get them done. But
sorry, go ahead.
No, that's fine. We can move right into that. So the next thing is never judging a prospect. So that goes into who you might see on a day-to-day basis. But everyone technically is a potential recruit. But so first, before we even go into all of that, I think that it's very important that because I think my issue even today still is feeling like I'm bothering people. And I know it sounds very much
it doesn't
like
hurt to ask.
a brainwashing thing to say
Mm-hmm.
that like you're changing your mind frame into that it's a blessing. But if you really think about it and think about the income that you bring in each month or potential income that you could be bringing in each month, how would that change you, or how has it changed your family?
Mm-hmm.
How has it been a blessing to you? And I think if you really think about that, it's easier to change your mindset that you're just sharing the opportunity. Someone can say no. And what do you get out of that? It doesn't hurt you. I mean, like they said, no, you get on with your day.
Mm-hmm.
Or it just means no, not now. And they keep going. But everyone's a potential recruit. So just because you might immediately think to yourself, like, they wouldn't be interested, or they're so busy, they work all the time, they're not going to have time for it. Like if you make excuses.
They might work all the time, but they might want a night out too, because I'm home with the kids. I am lucky that I get to stay home with the kids, but I need to get out of the house because sometimes I feel like I just,
Or you could think, I have one of my coworkers just joined another company, but she works full time. So many people at my work full time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you kind of think, oh, they don't really need the money. They're obviously working, but that's not true. Their kids are still doing activities.
Money.
They're still in daycare. Like they still need money. And it's still an outlet for them too.
Well, I needed money and I need a night out. So this is kind of like killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah. I feel like every time I get together. But
another thing I do, like I always have my eyes open for a potential recruit. But when I go and do parties, is if I have a successful pouch party, that girl just went out and collected all these orders on her own without my help. She didn't text me, call me not once, and she came back with all these orders. You need to talk to that girl and have her, get it in her head, make her think about it. But when you go and do parties, I am like a tiger hunting prey because I go on with my little spiel about what Scentsy is and how it works and all the fun stuff and everything. But in the back of my head, I'm going around the room and seeing who's making a huge list, who's asking what questions, and I'm keeping it in the back of my mind. So when they go to check out on their order forms, I will discreetly mark their order from somewhere, maybe a star in the corner or like a check mark, something. So when I am bagging their orders, that I reinforce what I talked about at the party with a join brochure. Or I'll add in there my story or a little note. So glad you can make the party. Mm-hmm. I really hope that you would consider joining because I think you'd be great at this. Pump them up. Some people need to feel like that you believe that they can do it because they might think I can't do that. I never thought I would be in sales.
Even if you heard a conversation in the party that like, she said she does this or this or this.
Mm-hmm.
If you use that or what you heard about her,
it's all keywords.
Tell her that, it's looking for clues and then using those keywords and telling her, I think you would be great at doing this because is a lot more real than just saying, I think you'd be great at doing this because that sounds so general. So, and you connect with the person and then it's conversation starter too, if they're not going to shut down right away. But
this is flipping.
Definitely, I think a lot of people, I know I do. Did I already talk about this?
A little bit.
Oh.
It doesn't matter how successful they are.
Because successful, there's a reason those people are successful. Mm-hmm. And you might think that because they don't really need direct sales in their life. But those people thrive. And those people are amazing at this business. So definitely don't hesitate asking them. Hostess flipping. So Jenna talked about, did you talk about that? Or?
I did quickly.
I think it's a perfect
the monthly incentive they have. Any party that you are doing this month, feel them out. try to flip that party and, show them that they just had a successful party for you. Imagine how they would have, or how they could have a successful party for themselves. Remind them, like, you could have made X amount of dollars off this party. I just did a party last month that was $1,300. And the hostess wanted no parts of selling Scentsy, but she understood that, like, how successful her party was, and that she could, that could have been her commission. And she asked, how much did you make off my party? I told her, well, if I have a $2,000 month, I will make over $300 off your party. And she was blown away by that. So sometimes people just need to hear the numbers.
That's true too. And even if those aren't your numbers, they don't know that. They don't know that. And the potential to make those numbers is a reality. So you're not lying by saying that, or telling them what you could be making. Also for hostess flipping, I think the biggest thing for me, I watched there's a video on the workstation about keeping parties simple. And I really suggest watching it because it kind of changed the way I do parties completely. But having that, from the hostess perspective, I can do this. Like, this could totally be something I could do. I don't need a lot of inventory. I don't need whatever. So just make whatever you're doing simplified so that the host, or even the people sitting in your audience, not just the host, can look at it and think, no. Yeah. But no. I'll try to remember it.
I'm just writing something down for myself.
And that's even so hostess flipping starts from the get-go. And even talking to them so that, like, through your hostess coaching period, you have already preempted them by saying opportunity packet, by sharing the opportunity. So in my host packet, it says, God damn it, I thought I opened it. It's in the file section of the team page. That's not what I want.
I had 3 things to write down. I only remembered 1. Oh, my.
Come on.
What's that?
My host packet.
Oh.
So it says opportunity is knocking. Most people don't consider direct sales to make a living. But so in the host packet, with all the other information about what they should be doing to have a successful party, it also talks about the opportunity. So from the get-go, you've planted that seed, and then as she starts working the party with the pouch on her own, as she sees people ordering left or right, she's thinking, I could do this, I could do this. I think it's also, I try to do this with all of my potential hosts and potential recruits, is keeping a working list. So every month in a certain part of my planner, I have a list. And so some people move each month because they haven't joined yet, or they haven't had a party yet, and they keep putting it off. But Join in June is obviously a clear example of why to have a working list.
I have a to-do list, and I have a recruit list. And I write anyone's name on there that I want to work on. And I've had some names on there for quite some time, but I'm still working on them. And as soon as I get them to sign, then I cross it off. But I leave it up there, but I cross it off.
Do they know that they're on your list?
No.
I love that.
They do not. They're on my radar.
It's a hit list of a different sort.
But crossing that name off, it's just so like, oh, you have no idea. I'm like, you get off that list.
Okay, so I love this. Part of the Wickless team is Scott and Alexandra Wickfree. Have you ever seen their videos? No. They're in Europe. They're from England, but they live in Ireland. They actually travel. They both do this full time. They travel all around Europe all the time, and they recruit people from different. Oh, their team's huge. But so Scott does a lot of like motivating videos that I love. And one video he talked about was how to work properly social media with your business. And one of the things that really resonated with me was, I think we all, because it does work to an extent, but we all post like the different specials, obviously Join in June, join my team, I'd really love you. And that's great. I think it's also good to change it up a little bit with videos, or what he said is when you're posting pictures is, and I don't want this to come off the wrong way by saying like showing that you have an interesting life, because every life is interesting, but it's all on how you portray it. So you want people to be intrigued by like what you're doing. Or you could say, so say you're a stay-at-home mom, right? And by doing Scentsy, you bring in an extra $200 a month, and that $200 allows you to do this with your child. Well, while you're doing
Or
that,
like Tiffany, I'll use her as an example. I maybe Tiffany, you could post some pictures of your daughter. What's her name? Carly. You could post Carly with her cheerleading and say, thanks, Scentsy.
We talked about that last. I told her to
because
do that.
people like to help people and people love to help kids. So if they see that you doing your Scentsy business is for your kids or helping your kids in any way or your family, they might be like, oh, shoot. Well, you know what? Let me go order some more Scentsy from her. Because
Well, even that, or it says,
even with the speaker,
competition cheer isn't cheap, and Tiffany's providing that for her daughter through Scentsy.
Yeah.
What could I be making
Yes.
to provide for my kids? So it's just getting people intrigued by your pictures, hashtagging something very interesting, and then creatively working those things into it so it makes people be like,
who was that speaker, Jennifer at Spring Sprint?
Jen Audette.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That pamphlet she did, it was all about her family and how she gets her family involved in stuff. And, you know, that sticks with people. I don't know how I personally feel about giving out a picture of my family to a bunch of strangers, but that's just me being super, I'm just a worrywart because there's a lot of creepers out there and I don't want none of them coming by the house, checking out my kids because Mama Bear is not friendly.
Well, that's why I haven't put a sticker on my car because I don't want people to like. It's not hard to tell where I live in the city walking.
The only reason I'm hesitant to put a sticker on my car is because I may have a little road rage and I don't need someone
to
get my number going
upstairs.
Crazy biatch.
Okay, so another thing I learned in a training video that I loved was putting a little cute. Jenna has a really cute "Join My Team" chalkboard sign that she made for an event.
Where did I post that?
Putting put "Join My Team," put it in a frame. Put it on your display at the party. So now it serves two things. When people are sitting there looking at your display, they notice your
that's
picture.
A cute sign. Or that's a cute picture.
Right. And then now when you talk about joining your team during your presentation.
Why did I post that?
They'll think about it more and more. And then the idea of I can do this gets in their head. Well, the other thing is it also serves you as a reminder that you need to talk to them about joining your team. Now, this would be one of those things that would be outside of my comfort zone, but I want to do it, is telling everybody, like when you're pointing out the things in your display, pointing out the sign and letting them know individually that at some point during this party, you're going to ask them to join their team. For me, I don't point it out like that right now. I do it during the checkout process, and I ask every person. I use whatever tidbit of information I listen to about during the party, and I use it then to tell them that they'd be a great host or a great.
The ticket game also might be helpful for that too.
Yes.
I give people tickets for asking them personal questions that they want to know about my business. And I tell them, I don't care if you ask me how much money do you make a month, how many girls do you have in your team. I give them a few examples to lead them into it. But they get going, and when they go.
And even if that person's just doing it for points, it intrigues somebody else every time it happens.
And, you know, I may only talk about my best month, but still, it's letting them know. I'm sorry, I'm looking for a picture on my phone. It's letting them know that, like, wow, I can't believe she made that selling a bunch of candles, like, on the side. I can't find this picture.
Not even full time. You're going too far back because you didn't have it back.
Well, I had it on Esther's page, I think. When was that event that we did?
March. The end of March.
These things need to be like done by date.
But I think hopefully everyone's heard this by now. 90% of people who join direct sales do it because they were asked to do it. So if you're not asking people, you don't know what kind of opportunity you just missed in having them. Had Jenna never joined this team under Laura, one, half of you wouldn't be here, and two, this superstar over here would have either joined under somebody else or done probably some sort of other direct sales.
No, I wouldn't do other direct sales because I was actually talking with Jen because me and Jen joined the same day, and she was like, I'm thinking about 31. I said, well, you go ahead and do 31. I said, I'm going to do Scentsy because, you know, bags are all great and everything, but how many can you really have? But like I said, with candles, the wax smell is going to go away. So I see the potential for reordering there. And like, bags are bags to me. Bags are nice. I like bags, but bags are bags. candles, I mean, someone's going to open that and be like, wow, that really does smell good.
Right.
This is making me mad. I can't find this picture. Now
Merry
we're back in
Christmas.
Christmas.
So I think, not to like close this up, but join brochures, definitely do those stat. Put them in.
The joint, they're only what, $2 or $3 for.
Yeah, it's not bad. And you know
A
what? They
big
may
pack?
even be on sale right now.
Always check right before I close the party. I go, you know what? Let me go check and see what's on sale in the family store. Those ballot boxes, is that what they are? They were just on sale for a pack of 3 for $4.20 versus $6. So I got them for a little over $1 a piece for a pack of 3. I had a big sale for the enter my drawing slips. I got them a while back. I think I ordered like 12 packs because they were like $3 a piece or $2 or something versus the 5. So I stocked up on those.
Which
bad
is huge
boys.
because those,
yeah,
it's perfect. Like, so if I'm meeting a cashier at or a waitress who actually is really interested, that's the other thing is I leave one. We don't go out to restaurants very often, but when I do, I leave these out. If I order delivery, I give these out, and so the delivery driver is probably not going to join Scentsy, but you don't know who's in his life, and he's going to put that sensor in his car.
They're still going to smell, even with the wash ropes. They're going to be like, God, that thing smells so good. I don't know anyone that hasn't. The sample is so big.
But so you can't follow up with that person if you don't have their information. So the enter my drawing slip, have those in your bag.
That's an issue I have that I need to work on because I was at T-Ball and I had my coconut lemongrass bug spray and someone was like, oh man, I'm getting bit up. I was like, oh, here, you want some spray? And she's like, man, this smells good. I said, oh, that's my Scentsy. And she's like, you're what? I said, my Scentsy. Come on. I know you've seen my bag. I know you see my catalogs. And she goes, yeah, well, I never asked. So I busted out the catalog. She looked through, placed a small order, still waiting for it to come in. But I knew her. The problem I have is when I don't know somebody, I get so excited that I forget to, I give them all my information, but I forget to get theirs because people are uncomfortable calling people they don't know. But you know what? If I have their information, I can call them in 3 days and be like, oh, hey, I was just want to call and see if you have any questions about any of the product. A lot of the times I don't get the information.
Well, I even know me as I'm semi-outgoing, just as he doesn't think I am. I think I'm outgoing.
I think you are.
But so say I randomly talk it up with strangers here and there. So like say someone asked me like in the store, do you think this looks good? And say we get talking for like a couple of like maybe even a minute and a half, right? But like it was a great conversation. It was short and sweet. When I'm leaving, I could say, hey, do you like stuff that smells good? And if they say yes, I'll be like, here, have a sample. And I don't even have to like completely like, it could end there. Because I would probably be so nervous that I even hand it off and I don't want to seem pushy.
But you can point out that it has all of your information
right.
and be like, here's all of my information. You know what? Let me get yours. I'll enter you into my monthly drawing and you can take their information. A lot of people don't turn down a chance to win something, whether it's a sample or a scent circle, whatever. But if you get the information, then you have the opportunity to call them, whether it's just
and you can write down. So when she walks away, you can write down whatever it was that you just had that conversation about.
Mm-hmm.
You can make a little notation.
Yeah.
So you can bring that up again when you call her. So it's something to talk about too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that.
So maybe make it a goal every time you go into a store to bump into somebody or.
Esther did that. It was in the fall. She went to like a bunch of different stores around town.
Denise does it. She hides in Walmart.
Waiting to prey on the people in the catalog.
She said she hides and she waits till someone's looking to smell stuff and she goes down that aisle and she jumps right in.
That's funny.
She grabs them right in.
But I think
into the conversation.
When you've made that contact and you've made that conversation, one, even if you forget to get their information, you have just had a great one-on-one with that person. So even if they just walk away with your sample and your information, they probably had a good feeling about you too. So they may look into it, go to your website, call you, or who knows, just place an order.
Yeah, I think that was everything on there.
That is everything on there.
But one quick thing, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so I want to get back into doing borrow bags because we talked about it a while ago and it kind of like faded off. My borrow bag was super successful and I got a great customer from it. So I need to get my borrow bag back out there.
I've been doing them at work and literally once one comes in, I found the woman who came by today who I told her, who asked me for the catalog, I said, as soon as my borrow bag comes back in, you're having it and you can take it home. I gave it to one of my bosses.
I want to do 2 borrow bags. I'm going to do a laundry one.
Good idea.
And I want to do a warmer one. And I want to target a couple people like the campgrounds because, they share a community.
One of Joey's daycare teachers lives in a campground that has tons of people.
Yes. So maybe send her down with a couple of things.
Well, she has a bunch of stuff, but that's what I'm going to go in tomorrow.
Yeah. I definitely hit up those campgrounds because those things stink in the summertime because they've been locked up all winter. So get those borrow bags out and see maybe if you can get a pouch to go out with somebody. I just had a pouch go down to a campground because they all open their trailers back up and they need some scents and who knows, they need some laundry products, but get those borrow bags out. Why not? It doesn't hurt, Not
at all. Worst case, they break. I mean, they're going to bring it back in there. If they've used it, they're going to rave about it. Mm-hmm. They're not going to have anything negative to say. So there's really nothing to lose from it.
And it's very true. Like the last party I did, I had all my big warmers out. I had my lampshade, I had my mason jar, I had my tiger's eye, and I had my silhouette. And literally all the warmers I sold were all the warmers I had on display.
I always take a lampshade.
So
I think Tiger's Eye is a good one to have to take too.
Yeah, because they don't understand.
But think about those price points. That's $40 and $55.
Yes.
That's huge.
But if you put a plug-in in your borrow bag, they're probably only going to order a plug-in. So why don't you put a premium warmer in there and you'll probably get an order for a premium warmer. And same thing with the washer whiffs. I don't know if I want to put a tub in there. I'd be afraid they'd use the whole thing.
I would too.
But the warmer, though. If you put a plug in, they're going to order a plug in.
Even if it's an element. Either put an element or put a...
Upgrade that bad boy.
So, because I think that's one thing that Jen Audette talked about too.
Yeah. And I was like, she's so...
And it's going to fill more of their area too. So it makes sense. But
yeah, because they might put the plug-in out in their living room and be like, "Oh, this thing sucks."
Right, especially if you don't know what their house.
It's too small. You need a big warmer for a big room.
Mm-hmm.
But this will be up on YouTube. You can refer back to it. If you have any questions, ask away on the team page.
And be sure if you want to do Director Drive, message us tonight. We're going to start hopefully tomorrow.
Share your success.
Yes, share. Sharing is caring, and honestly, it's going to help motivate people. Even if somebody doesn't comment on it, they're going to take that idea and run with it.
Regina did that bucket thing with the bars, and she's had a lot of success from that.
From Esther. Yes. Esther shared it.
Mm-hmm. Now you guys can all try to watch us figure out how to
hopefully. Well, no, I'm just nervous about making sure that, hold on. We're going to read the directions first about how to turn this off so that it's recorded.
This is the best part, according to Tiffany.
All right. So, once everyone is on, should I click the start button? It got on.
Oh, that's smart. Tiff said keep a bottle of washer whiffs and refill it versus. Oh, this is very smart.
Put a tub in it.
I didn't think of that.
Once the video interview is over, click on the stop broadcast button and head over to your YouTube channel. The Hangout won't appear in your video manager immediately. It should take around 30 minutes, depending on how big the file is. Okay,
where's
so
the
it
stop
says
button?
hit the stop broadcast button and head over to your YouTube channel. Stop.
Oh.